Good evening, fuckers. We are back with the next Train Simulator Classic request video. This is a request from Northlander75, and that probably has a lot of you thinking, well, this is going to be another astronomically long one. Well, no, this one isn't quite so astronomically long, but it is still quite the challenge, because his request actually consisted of a train consist and the specifics, but not a route. I was free to choose any route that I thought would be okay. Well, I certainly gave it a try. So the route that I've chosen then is on a DLC that I only got quite recently, and yeah, hence why it has never appeared in this channel before. So we are on the Bristol and Avonmouth route DLC. This is quite an old route DLC, so graphically it's probably going to be a little bit basic. It's one of the first routes that Just Trains published, so yeah, we're going back quite a few years. And our departure point is Portbury Docks, specifically the Portbury Docks coal area. You're left in no doubt about that. Now, we're not actually transporting coal, but it sort of fits with what we're doing. Our destination is Merebank Siding B. Now, I have not actually driven any part of this route yet, so I have no idea, where it is, what to expect or nothing. So, I'm as in the dark as anybody else who's watching this and has never seen this route before. But yeah, I do know it is about 21 miles away, so it is quite short, but yeah, I think it's going to certainly treat us as a freight train, and we're going to struggle to get a lot of speed up anyway, because our train is a class 20. In fact, it's double-headed. We have two class 20s. And the freight that we are shifting doesn't sound like it's a lot, because there's only 12, but they are fully loaded oil containers, and believe me, there is an awful lot of weight there. So even though there's only 12 of them, it does really sort of add up. I mean, we are shifting something in the region of 1,500 tons in this consist, despite the fact that it's only 12 of these things, so it's not going to be straightforward. As far as the specifics, this was I say the loco and the specifics were the only things, the train and the specifics were the only things that were actually given in the request. So it is spring, it is overcast, and it is 8 AM. So that is the setup. Let's get this up and running. And here we are. Right, let's start by sorting out the let's do it this way. We'll make it nice and easy. Where's the instrument lights? There we go. Right, get the master key in, and we need the AWS activated. Right, reverser set. We are all set to go. So yeah, double-headed class 20s. So 2905 at the front, 2901 behind, and then yeah, we have our oil containers, and yeah, okay, so it is only 12 of them, but nevertheless that is still plenty. Say the weight is considerable, and you know, oil and coal, there is the connection, so I figured, yeah, okay, this will work as a starting point. So right, Merebank Siding is 21.15 miles away. I've seen as much of this route as you have, assuming that those watching are not familiar with this route. So I have no idea what lays ahead. So let's find out. Brakes are released. Let's get underway. Yeah, we've got to ease into our acceleration, because otherwise we get a hell of a lot of wheel slip. Should have had a look around the yard while we're here. Oh well, I'm sure we'll get opportunities in other videos. So these are some seriously big old coal hoppers here. So as is always the case whenever you're in the docks, 10 mph speed limit. Yeah, that's a hefty amount of coal that we have here as we pass. Oh, it is a 47. I thought it might have been a 56, but no, it is a 47. Let's get ourselves back up to 10 mph. So another 47 here. We've got one big old, I don't know if that is a car park or if we are quite close to a car plant and it's churning these things out. So I was certainly noticing the effect from having these double-headed class 20s. we would be really struggling if we were just using a single. Well, those class 47s that we've passed, yeah, just one of those has significantly more power than our double-headed class 20s combined here. And class 20s were really sort of like made for fairly light freight duties. But yeah, the whole light freight thing didn't really sort of like last with them. I mean, they are type 1s, so yeah, light duties was very much their, you know, their main purpose when they were first designed. But ever since they started to be used in double-headed consists, we've yeah, had a good number of class 20s shifting some properly heavy freight. So we are on a 1 in 106 uphill gradient. I've no idea what part of the Bristol and Avonmouth network we are on. It says, yeah, there are several. It does look like we are about to join a, well, a line. I don't think I would go so far as to call it a main line. We are now in a 20 mph zone, so let's get some more speed up. As is becoming the norm with these freight runs, I don't really want to be going too mad as far as our top speed. But yeah, we are certainly leaving the Bristol Docks area now. We are now in the 30 zone. I've got no problem with doing 30 in this. I'm trying to see what train that is in there. I think it's a 165. 166. Close enough. This is Pill Station. Obviously we are not going to be stopping at any of the stations, we will just be going straight through them all. Trying to think how best to describe this route DLC. I think the closest that it's bears any similarity to is the Weardale and Teesdale network, but it's a bit more sort of like compact. It's not spread over quite such as wide an area as that one. Where's the cab light? There. Okay. I think the, oh no, cab light is lit, but he's doing next to bugger all. cab light works well in daylight but goes off in tunnels. That's not very good, is it? So we're up to 30. Let's see if we can try and maintain our speed. I don't really want to be losing it. They're admittedly in a consist that's this heavy. Yeah, we're not likely to lose our speed at a rapid rate. Oh. Yeah. 1 in 78 downhill. No wonder we are now speeding. We need these brakes to start doing something. Here we go. Now, do I risk taking the brakes off? Yeah, because I don't think these wagons are articulated, so I think we'll be alright. No bumps from behind either. I'll certainly take that. So ground has levelled out. Now this certainly looks very much like we're on... Actually no, because we've been through a passenger station. I was going to say this looks like a line that would be used exclusively by freight trains, but yeah, we've had a passenger train here, so... well yeah, we have seen a passenger train, and we've had a station there, so that can't possibly be the case. We are losing a fair bit of speed now. Let's get our speed back up again. Quite a narrow tunnel that we are approaching. Right, so let's see if we can maintain our speed rather than gain any. That's looking alright. Considering the age of the route, this does not look too shabby at all. We are increasing speed still. Now it's coming down. So trying to sustain your speed in any train is difficult. tunnel. I think this is, yeah, it's another pretty short one. There's the Clifton Suspension Bridge up ahead. Not bad at all. Considering we're only going to see probably quite a small section of this particular route DLC so far, it's impressed me. I very nearly didn't bother getting this one, but well, at the moment it looks like I made the right choice to pick it up in the end. So we really don't stray all that far from the Bristol area in this particular DLC here. Which is fine if that means that we've got a good, you know, detailed sort of look at you know, the city, then, well, the city and the surrounding areas, then yeah, I'm quite okay with that. Especially as there's plenty of, you know, plenty of the route to do, even if we are staying somewhat local whenever we are doing this particular run. And as it is, this run we are doing, yeah, was as near as, damn it, 21 miles. So it's not bad, you know, not that bad. Let's get ourselves back up to 30. Well, we haven't lost a hell of a lot of speed. We've got 25 mph reduction coming up. Let the speed come down. This looks like we might be joining part of the Great Western Main Line here. The speed is going up to 90. Parsons Street, I can't remember if that's on any of the other routes around this area or not. I've got plenty of them. So what's this one up ahead? Another 47? Certainly looks like it. Yeah, it is. But the only other thing it really could have been was a 56, but it's a passenger service, so yeah, you are not going to get class 56 passenger services. Although it's a concept I could always throw together if I decided to do, you know, see how a freight specialist train could handle a passenger service. And believe it or not, the Just Trains class 60 does come with about 3, maybe even 4 consists that are passenger service. Class 6, I don't know why they felt the need to do that, but yeah, they did. such a useful feature, that having the actual audible alarm while we are using the external view. Why it's not a standard feature of the game, I will never know. So here we are joining the main line. And yeah, entering a 90 mph zone. I mean, surely it will come as no surprise to anyone watching this. We're not going to be doing 90. I think the fastest I will take it up to is 45. Now Bedminster there, that is definitely on some of the other routes I've got, so yeah, this must be part of the Great Western Main Line, or at the very least it's part of the line that connects the two major Bristol stations, you know, Temple Meads and Parkway. Both of which I also have in multiple DLCs. Well, we can accelerate, but we've got another 25 mph section coming up, so we're not going to accelerate too quickly. Jeez, look at this, we're holding up a 125, which is in a bit of a sorry state, that one. It looks like we are going to be moved. We've got flashing yellow here. So is it over this one? Nope. It must be where that 25 is then, after Bedminster here. I do like the really sort of like industrial sounding effects within the cab of the Just Trains 20, with the AWS, especially the bell. Yeah, they suit the train really well. So here's Bedminster, we have another HST right there. Well, what I was saying about yeah, the age of this route DLC making me think it may not be quite so visually impressive. Okay, yes, you can see that some of these assets are rather old and a bit dated, but it still looks good to me. I've got no complaints about it. So into the 25 zone, another HST up ahead. I'm certainly glad to see that yeah, we do have AI trains around. It's not just me on an empty track. We've got another HST here. Quite sure why that one is stationary, unless that's the rear car. And yeah, oh, bloody hell, down to 10 mph. I didn't see that anywhere. Well, this must be this. This must be another freight depot of some description. I can't imagine it's Merebank freight depot, seeing as yeah, Merebank is still as near as direct 12.5 miles away. This is another one of those bridges. It looks like a cantilever bridge. It's rather over-engineered for the sort of crossing that it's doing. Plenty of traffic on the roads, which we don't often see. We have another HST. I mean, I know there were a hell of a lot of HSTs that would be operating in this part of the country. I'm wondering actually if one of the depots where the HSTs were stored was somewhere around here. We are in the Bedminster area, and I'm sure that that is where one of them. Yeah, where one of them was. Unsurprisingly, is now owned and run by GWR. I think it's now used for their 800s and 802s. Yeah, here you go, on the HST yard. And there is a 165 over there on the right. But yeah, route display showing there, HST yard, so certainly explains why there are so many of them. But yeah, that 166 we're passing, we got a 165 there on the left in the shed. Looks like we've got a 5 mph section here, unless, okay, that's for that turn. Are we turning down there? Clearly not. I mean, it would certainly make sense us delivering oil to a place like this, but yeah, we're going straight through it. We've still got just shy of 12 miles to our destination, so yeah, this place ain't getting it. So another 166 in Network Southeast livery. I was saying about that in an earlier video. Network Southeast was a very broad term. They were operating in areas that no one would have considered the southeast. And well, as you've just seen, yeah, including Bristol. I mean, yeah, they ran services Bristol, Weymouth. You'd never consider Weymouth southeast. And then if you're coming out of London heading north, they continue running services well into Peterborough. I think they continued running as far north as maybe not quite Nottingham, but I think you could see the occasional Network Southeast train going into Leicester. So, you know, it was crazy. It was a huge area. I think there was a notice on that sign saying that it mentioned AWS, but I couldn't see if it was AWS being re-enabled or if AWS is disabled at the moment. Well, if it goes off, we know it's been re-enabled. So continuing at 10 mph, but we are clearly, as the route display is showing, leaving the HST yard. Was hoping to see what that train over there is. It looks like a yeah, it's the 37. So we have a speed increase to 25 mph coming up in just over a quarter of a mile. It's not often I can... There we go, AWS is re-enabled. Yeah, it's not often I can say, yeah, that sentence, a speed increase to 25 mph, but there we are. Oh, I've got another 37 there. Yeah, it's definitely not using the AP37, but well, so given the age of the route, I can't say I'm all that surprised. So yellow aspect, that's all right. Lawrence Hill Station, fast approach. Well, I say fast approaching. It's approaching. Looks like a fair-sized station as well. I can't say I'm familiar with it, but we've got... Oh, that's alright. I was just going to say, we've got a red aspect there, but it's just changed to green. So we come off here and join the two actual main lines. And that's when the 60 limit comes into effect. Or it will do once the entire train is on there. We won't be doing 60, but I'll certainly take us up to about 40, 45. If I can, anyway. We're now in a 25 zone. I forgot all about that 25. We've been crawling along at about 8 mph. We entered the 25 zone. So obviously we're going to be going over these points, otherwise there was going to be a bit of a disaster in Lawrence Hill Station. So here is Lawrence Hill Station. It does ring a bell, and I don't mean the one that the AWS just triggered. I'm sure I have seen this one on another route I've done. It does also look as though a lot of the trains that are on this route are all stationary, which is I mean, that is a shame. Now, in the 60 zone, let's give it, we won't give it the full beans because we'll wheel slip like fuck only knows what. Stapleton Road I definitely recognise, I've certainly seen that one. Yeah, it's a good amount of distance to the other objects on both sides. May as well stick with the exterior view while we are approaching Stapleton Road Station. There you go, Stapleton Road. As stations go, there's not a hell of a lot there. There you go. So that bridge has the cantilevered part there. This one doesn't. It does rather suggest that, yeah, it doesn't need the big old cantilevered structure there. We're now on a 1 in 76 uphill climb. We need more power. We may have to go full throttle here. And we're still losing speed. This could be a bit of a headache. So Merebank Siding B is now less than 10 miles away. Don't think I've got any way of boosting the power available to us. Both trains are, yeah, powered. And we've got another station 125. It's a real shame that all the other trains are stationary. But again, you know, the age of this DLC, I can't complain too much. And I'm almost certain that this game was still called Railworks when this DLC was released. Still losing speed, and it does look like we've still got a fair bit of this uphill climb to go. I wonder if I've got to find the control for it. I'm wondering if I use the sander, would that improve adhesion and maybe let us gain some speed. I mean, the rate at which we're losing speed is slowing, so yeah, we're not going to come to a complete halt. Clearly see where some tracks have been pulled up. Well, let's try it. Well, we haven't lost any speed since I started using it. Let's see if we lose any with it switched off. Yeah, so it is making a slight difference. It looks like we're coming to the top of the climb anyway, quarter of a mile and we'll be at the peak, summit. We are still losing speed. I don't think that is making any difference. Signalling double yellow. Yeah, here we go. We are starting to gain some speed now. Max speed is coming down to 60 mph in half a mile. That will certainly not affect us. Filton Abbey Wood station is coming up. I've definitely seen that one. Remember stopping there at one of the live streams that I did. Off the throttle a bit, continue accelerating, but now if this is single yellow, and it looks like it is, well, we're going to have to assume okay, maybe we'll be alright now that yeah, the line has split. But we have to bring down our speed a bit because yeah, we have this 25 section coming up. So here we are at Filton Abbey Wood station. Even though we are coasting through there, there is still a hell of a lot of clag that we are leaving for everyone there. Trying to see, yeah, there we go, next signal is green. just in case you needed any confirmation. So I think we are going down this siding here. Yep. So this must be the or leading us to the entrance to Merebank. Shame about the trees that are floating in the air there, but well. So we are entering a 60 zone. I think I'll get away with, yeah, not having the throttle down. Looks like we're passing another stationary HST. In the Barbie colours, the Barbie livery as it's become known. Looks like a big old freight depot or an industrial estate or something that we're entering here. Oh, okay, it's the airport. Yeah, that's the displayed Concorde over there. Surprised they don't have it actually in flight landing at Bristol. I mean, this game has Concords routinely landing at Edinburgh Airport, so yeah, if it's going to land at Edinburgh, why not land at Bristol as well? So we've got another 165 here. feeling we're going to be, yeah, it's going to be highly unlikely that we'll get any trackside views. I'm guessing we've got some fairly slow line speeds coming up, because we're just over 4 miles away from our destination, but our ETA still says it's going to take us like 12 minutes to get there. Now this downhill gradient looks quite steep. Let's see what it is. 1 in 47. Yeah, that is steep. Yeah, I'm going a bit faster than I really wanted to. I don't really want to be going any faster than 35, and we're now doing 43. So it's now 1 in 62. So yeah, not quite as steep as it was, but this is still steep enough and then some. So just 3 miles to the Merebank Sidings. And on a 1 in 113 uphill, so let's try and maintain our speed rather than, I don't really want to gain much more. So, single yellow. Mind you, it looks like, yeah, it's one of, I don't know, isn't it? It is a signal that can show the 3 aspects. And thankfully we got quite a gap before the next signal, so if there is something coming up. I mean, it could be that, yeah, because the signals are so spread out, you know, so distant, so much distance between like two of them, that is the penultimate signal prior to reaching the area that I need to stop in, because we're now less than 2 miles from the destination. We are on a 1 in 100 downhill gradient, so our speed is picking up. Let's try and control our speed a bit, especially as we do have a 10 mph zone coming up. So we are approaching the Avonmouth docks. Another huge fleet of cars. It could be a 56. It certainly looks like one. No, it is another 47. That really did look like a 56, but nope. So the Avonmouth docks holding area is coming up. So I've seen a few videos of this route and a number of people who call it Avonmouth. I mean, do they call Portsmouth Portsmouth? Plymouth Plymouth? So this is a yellow aspect, so we're okay. Let's just take a quick look at the yeah, it is sending us to B. looks like the sidings are sliding into view. It is B that's coming up, so yeah, we are okay there. And that lot have got a bit of a long wait ahead of them. Well, we're into the sidings now. I mean, we could stop anywhere, but it would probably be an idea to get as much of the train onto the sidings as we can. And I am about to be interrupted again. I didn't actually mention anything this time about right, whole train is on the sidings. Let's bring us to a halt. And there we are. that was, I can't remember the name of where we started, but we were at Merebank Siding B anyway. Yeah, that was great. That I mean, I knew that the Class 20, the Just Trains Class 20 was a great one anyway. I don't mind the DTG one at all. I think that one's all right, but the Just Trains one is a lot better. And the route, yeah, it was the first time I'd actually driven it, and yeah, I like what I see. It is a shame that all the other trains are stationary. It would have been great if the AI was sorted out and the trains were moving. And yeah, there was that section where the trees were all sort of floating in the air, but apart from that, it was absolutely fine. Yeah, no problem with that. I'm quite keen to see what else this route has to offer. So let's see how we did. I think I got a few speeding errors, which 3. That's not too bad for me. So well, there we go. That yeah, that request was yeah, gave me an unexpected chance to yeah, have a first look at this route, and I was well pleased with it. That was a good one, that. Yeah. So that brings this video to an end, and we'll see you at the next one.